What's up, everyone? So it's the end of the year, and that means the beginning of the year is just around the corner. Today I wanted to talk about goals, and specifically yearly goals. Every year millions of people do this through New Year's resolutions. Now, I'm actually a fan of New Year's resolutions. I think that they can be progressive thoughts that stem from a reflection of the previous year. However, it's pretty common to hear people talking about New Year's resolutions in a negative way because they, quote, never work. In this video, I want to shift that perspective and hopefully encourage you to go and make goals for 2021. In this video, I'm going to talk about what comes after the New Year's resolution, as well as how to keep a positive mindset when things don't go exactly according to plan. So stick around to the end of this video so that 2021 can be a year full of personal accomplishments. Now, I'm actually posting this video 2 weeks before the end of the year. And that's because I think it is a good time to start thinking about these things now, to start thinking about these things earlier. Don't wait until the first of the year. Take what you learn in this video and go and create a goal that you're excited about, and then get started. As I said, I'm a fan of resolutions, and here's why. Resolutions are a firm decision to do or not to do something. This means that a resolution is created in our heads based on our reaction to a good or bad state or event. Resolutions are decisions that are strong enough to push ourselves to make a change. And when it comes to the idea of a New Year's resolution, it pushes us to reflect on the previous year. This is dedicated time to slow down and to look back, no matter how hard or easy the previous year was. Take the time to walk through it and see how you've changed. See what you can keep and what you can stop doing in the next year. Now, in the process of looking back, right when you've come to that point where you think you've identified a resolution, you need to do some more digging. You need to ask yourself some questions. Do the pros outweigh the cons for that resolution in your life? Not based on the pros and cons of some article that you read online. Do the pros outweigh the cons? If they don't, you're going to have trouble implementing that change. Where people fail is having a resolution in their head, and maybe they tell a couple friends or a family member or something, but they stop there. I think that a resolution is the first of 3 steps in implementing a change into your life. So after you have a resolution, the second step is to create a goal that outlines the changes that you want to make. Goals are commonly set in all areas of life, including finances, health, career, personal growth, and relationships. Goals are important because they give our lives directions, but it's really important how you set your goals. Imagine this. You're on vacation and you're in another state and you get lost. So you stop and you ask somebody for directions. But they proceed to give you those directions as if you're local and you already know your way around. That isn't going to be very helpful, and it's the same way with goals. If goals are supposed to give direction to your life, you need to do the due diligence to make sure that those directions are clear. The more detail that you have in your goals and the more work that you do up front, the easier it will be to take steps towards your goals. A great framework for creating goals that gives you a good amount of detail is the S.M.A.R.T.E.R framework. It's the exact same as the S.M.A.R.T framework, except it's just 2 letters better. I mean, seriously, would you rather have a SMART goal or a SMARTER goal? Anyway, S.M.A.R.T.E.R stands for specific, measurable, actionable, risky, timely, exciting, and relevant. Now, sometimes when you look up the definitions for each letter in this acronym, you may see different definitions than the ones that I just listed. Now, I'll walk through each one really quickly and I'll explain the different possibilities that you may see, but then I'll also explain to you why I think this acronym is the best. Okay, so S stood for specific. Now, I think that this one is pretty straightforward, but it does a good job at setting the tone for how much detail you should have. The more detail, the better. I'll give some examples later on in the video. M stood for measurable. Now, I think this one is important because you need to have some sort of metric in your goal that actually tells you when you've accomplished it. Okay, so A stands for actionable. Now, this is more about how you write your goals. You want to have an action verb in your goal statement. This will give you motivation and clarity when you read your goals. Now, some acronyms will list this A as achievable, but I think that is kind of a lame attribute to have when it comes to goals. Now, yes, you want to set goals that you can achieve, but I think that when you use the word achievable, you kind of set yourself up to have a goal that is on the easier side. And I think the goal should stretch you. Now, there is a sweet spot. You don't want to have a goal that is too easy, but you also don't want to have a goal that is impossible. But when you use the word achievable, it's most likely you're going to have a goal that is a little bit easier. Now, actionable doesn't replace the meaning of achievable, but the next one does. And so the first R was risky. And this is the word that pushes you just outside of your comfort zone and really helps you grow. Okay, so T stands for timely. And this just means that your goals need to have a timeline or a date associated with them so that you can make sure that you're still on track. E stands for exciting. And if your goals don't excite you, then you probably shouldn't have set them to begin with. If it's not exciting to work on your goals, you probably won't be motivated to work on them. The second R stands for relevant. And this just means that your goals need to align with your values and be relevant to you. Other acronyms will define the ER at the end to stand for evaluate and readjust, which I love the idea of, and I talk about that all the time on this channel and do so on a weekly basis. But I don't think that they help you write your goals, and that's why I think that the acronym that I outlined works the best. Here's an example that's pretty common if you ask someone what they want to do next year. They may say, I want to have more money at the end of next year. That's pretty vague, so how can we make that smarter? We could say that I want to save 30% of my paycheck every 2 weeks. 15% of that will go to retirement, 10% of that will go into savings, and 5% of that will go towards a vacation. So after you've come up with a resolution and you've decided that it's worth implementing, you've outlined your goal and it makes sense how you'll get there, the third thing to do is to start taking action. Now say you started this process on December 1st and you've thought through everything by December 7th and you're excited to get started. Don't wait till January 1st to start. Once you've thought through the first 2 steps, start taking action. And now, at the end of the year, when you're reflecting on your goals from the previous year, don't look at your progress from the place of where you wanted to be. Instead, put yourself in the place that you were in when you started and look how much progress you've made. When you reflect on your goals this way, you'll be more motivated the next time you set goals. All right, well, that's all I have for this video. I'll be posting a video at the beginning of the year that outlines what my goals are for 2021. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Also, go ahead and give this video a like to help the YouTube algorithm. I hope that 2021 is a better year for all of us, and I hope that this video helps with that. Remember to do something nice for someone random this week. See you next time.